ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, I don't have the chat up. I need to change some stuff around still. It's been hectic. It's been hectic. All right, welcome to Star Wars Unlimited Store Showdown here at the Game Hub. This is our first time streaming a Star Wars Store Showdown, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. I've played Star Wars before. It's a very good game. Whether I'm going to be able to cast it or not, I'm not entirely sure. We have Bruce on the left playing Green Luke, and we have Ben on the right playing Boba Fett with Data Vault as his base. Both players resourcing 2 now. Ben is going to go ahead and mulligan for the first time here. I don't have the timer going because hang on. Let me hang on. How do I timer? Hello? The rounds are 55 minutes per resource. I need to adjust the stream so we're not playing Magic the Gathering. We are playing... Is there a Star Wars Unlimited? We cannot change our category to Star Wars Unlimited. We'll just go ahead and change special events. Actually, let's just go just chatting. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to put it on. Perksaurus, hope you're having a fantastic day today. All right, Ben has now resourced his 2 cards. Bruce is going to go ahead and prop down a Green Squad A-Wing for his first turn, and Xylos tie Silencer for Ben. Both players now passing. Bruce keeping initiative here and has resourced 1 card, made a selection. Ben has also made a selection, and now Bruce is going to go ahead and pilot up with Chewbacca on the Green Squadron A-Wing. Chewbacca notoriously hard to remove. Ben goes 2 to base, or 3 to base. Uh-oh. I need to adjust the thing. All right, Ben's going to go ahead and play out Allegiant General Pride and a First Order Stormtrooper with his 2 remaining resources, and Bruce claiming initiative. Both players now resourcing another card. And now Bruce starts it up. Resistance Blue Squadron coming into play, blowing up the Kylo's Tile Slicer. And then some base trades happening here. Bruce goes ahead and claims the initiative. Ben playing open fire onto the Resistance Blue... Oh, no, onto the Green Squadron A-Ring, doing 4 damage for that. That Resistance Blue Squadron sitting at 1 damage currently. And now Ben going ahead and passing his turn over. Both players drawing 2 and resourcing 1. Six to base right away with the Green Squadron A-Wing. Chewbacca doing some massive piloting, carrying here. Still anyone's game. Things could happen very quickly in this game. As we all know, there is a MC-30 assault frigate coming into play for Ben. Ben claims the initiative here after Bruce drops down the Alder. Oh, I can't read that. Patrol Wing. Not entirely sure what that card is. I'm having a difficult time reading on the side there. All right, both players drawing resourcing, and we are now on to the turn. Dropping down 2 damage on both the Resistance Blue Squadron and the A-Wing. The A-Wing going to the bin from the damage. Three coming into base. Things are looking a little bit tight. Oh, and there is a overwhelming barrage destroying everything on Bruce's board. Bruce bringing in Luke Skywalker on the ground, not as a pilot. He's a 5'6". And Bruce taking 5 to his base. That's a pretty big swing. Pretty big swing. Ben, of course, having an extra 3 life, I believe, on his base from the base that he is using. So currently sitting on 31, has 2 damage left to go. I don't know if there's any way he can get the rest of his damage in, even with the MCD Assault Frigate swinging in for 9. Oh no, 9 is good. Red 5 on the field. Oh, Bruce is also sitting at 33, both playing 33 life bases. So this is definitely going to be difficult for Ben to get out of. He's got to get some removal in there to wipe the board very quickly. He does have the initiative. It is possible. There's 10 to base right here. And then there's the 5 to base from Luke Skywalker. Unable to get the removal to get rid of any of the vehicles on board. There's not a lot of removal in this game. There is you cannot block unless you have a sentinel unit. It's much like Hearthstone, where you need a defender or a shielded unit in order to block. And no such luck for Ben here. Go ahead and get my audio processing going. Didn't realize that wasn't a thing. Go ahead and do a quick little advertising on the old page. Chat, where did you go? There we go. Sideboarding in effect. Sounds like Ben's putting 4 in, 4 out. I haven't streamed in a while, for I need to relog into everything here. Short 1 employee this morning, so had to do a bunch of running around, make sure everything was happening, make sure everything was all right. Ben is currently commenting about the second round Chewbacca play. Super huge. That's a lot of damage coming across right away on turn 2. And very hard to deal with. You cannot deal... Chewbacca cannot be removed easily with standard removal. So much to do before the jump to Lightspeed. You are not entirely wrong. And here we are. We're gonna go ahead and test out. We've put in the request to test out to test out 2K streaming. We're on game 2. Bruce with the first pip. Everyone's got skulls because you start at 0 and work your way up. Unlike Magic, where you start at 20 and work your way down. Hope everyone out there is having a fantastic day. I do apologize for the lack of streams over the last little while. I have been forced to play in most of the events just to make it so there's no buy. Some of my employees that I have on right now do not want to play. And I'm not going to force them to play because I'm going to have fun anyway. All right, here we go. Both players drawing hand. Looks like Bruce may have mulliganed. I don't know. I was, you were sorting Star Wars cards? I was getting a drink of water. So, Boba Fett is, when you deal non-combat damage, you may exhaust this leader if you do deal 1 indirect damage to a player. That's interesting. Just all the indirect damage for days. All right, there's Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter coming up first for Ben, and Bruce goes ahead and play out the Red Squadron Y-Wing, then claiming the initiative off the hop here. As you do, both players choosing a card to resource. And the Kylo Ren's TIE Slicer goes ahead and blows up that Y-Wing. And then Sabine's Masterpiece. Pretty good card, if you ask me. And you shouldn't, because I have no idea what I'm talking about. Disabling Fang Fighter on the field now as well for Ben. And Bruce goes ahead and takes the initiative here. Ben resourcing his 4th card. Bruce also resourcing his 4th card. 3 coming into base from Sabine's Masterpiece. And has no triggers from Sabine's Masterpiece. And Sabine's going to the bin from the Kylo Ren's TIE Slicer. Ben, or Bruce for 4. He's going to throw down Poe under an X-Wing. So that is currently a 4/5 X-Wing with Poe underneath. Looks like 4 damage was being assigned to the X-Wing from whatever Ben just used. Not entirely sure what it was. And the X-Wing goes to the bin now. And 1 indirect damage from the Boba Fett being assigned to Bruce. And he just takes it to the base. Both players now drawing 2, resourcing 1. Feel like Bruce is a little bit behind tempo on this one, but I cannot see what is in Ben's hands. Blue leader coming onto the ground. Wow, interesting. I didn't know you can play him in the sky or on the ground. Tries to play him on the ground, so he's 3/1. Takes the 2 damage right away. And there is the M30 Assault Frigate coming into play for Ben. Both players, or Bruce, seizing the initiative, and Ben passing right away. To force the next round, or the next phase. That M30 Assault Frigate. Raid 1 with Overwhelm for 5. 5/5 for 5 seems pretty good. The X-Wing doing some damage to base. And then Ben popping over Boba Fett to pilot the M30 Assault Wing, but Bruce hanging out, bringing that disabling Fang Fighter in to destroy the upgrade. And then Ben swinging in with that MC-30 Assault Frigate, destroying the Fang Fighter, but also overwhelm damage coming through to base. Ruthless Raider coming into play. Doing a couple indirect damage, and then Skywalker coming in. Doing 5 to base. Still anyone's game at this point. Not entirely sure what Bruce has in hands. I can't really see what Ben has in hands. He plays a little bit more vertical, so I can't really see. Ooh, Darth Maul. with ambush, coming in, destroying Luke Skywalker. Not screen accurate, but it is what it is. Screen accurate? What am I trying to say? Historically accurate? Canon accurate. That's the word. That's what we're looking for. Canon accurate. Hammerhead. Relentless. Rebellious Hammerhead coming into play. 5/7. You may deal damage to a unit equal to the number of cards in your hand. So 3 damage going on to that, going somewhere. He's going to blow up the MC-30 with the 3 damage. And there's the Ruthless Raider now ready to do some work. 4 coming into base. That's 12 damage total now. Bruce, go ahead, claims the initiative. And Ben passes. Both players currently leaderless, can only use the activated ability. No epic actions anymore. Or 7. U-Wing Reinforcements. Search the top 10 cards of your deck for 3 units combined with combined cost 7 or less and play each of them for free. All the sis love shopping at the mall where everything is half off. Yes, that's the thing. Oh, Bruce doesn't sound like he pulled anything good. There's Chewbacca on the ground and a Red Squadron Y-Wing in the air. Best he can do, he says. That's what he was using that dice for. That was his hand. When the card sleeves match your hand, it's difficult to know what, especially when you're using your regular cards just face down as resources, to know which is your hand, which is your resources, and which is the pile you just drew off the top of your deck. Search. IG 2000 online for Ben. Doing a couple damage to a couple units, and then looks like 1 indirect damage being assigned from Boba Fett. And Bruce is going to go ahead and put that onto the Red Squadron Y-Wing. 5 to base. Maul coming in, destroying Chewie, doing 2 overwhelm damage straight to base, and Maul hitting the bin now as well. Then deciding whether he wants to where to put that ruthless raider. Puts it straight into that hammerhead, and then dropping in a eagle escort to do the rest of the damage. But it also goes straight to the bin. 14-18, still a very close game. I believe Bruce has card advantage right now. Yes, he does. Not by much. He's got a little few more options than Ben does. But not entirely sure what he does here, because Ben has some pretty good. His board state's a little bit better than Bruce's at this moment. But that can change very quickly. All right, both players have resourced. Deciding what to do. Stay on target, hitting the base, and then 3 indirect damage and drawing a card. Seems pretty good. Seems like a pretty good card. Ben choosing to put that 3 damage on the IG 2000 and swinging across with the Relentless Raider for 4 damage. Keeping the game very even. A Guerrilla Attack Pod comes in play. When the base has 50 or more damage, it comes into play ready. And it has grit. But it's just going to go straight to the bin from Emperor Palpatine? Suddenly, Emperor Palpatine Bruce claims initiative. Ben does what he can and then passes the turn. Still a very close game, but Ben's board state still remains way better than Bruce's current board state. Emperor Palpatine and the Ruthless Raider combining, making 10 damage to come across, which is only leaving him with 3 damage left on base. But we'll see what Bruce does here. There's the ambush into Palpatine for 5. And then Luke Skywalker picking the last damage on Palpatine. That's thematically accurate. And another 4 damage from the Raider. Bruce is going to go ahead and hand in the towel on this one. This is going to leave us with 1-1 on the next game. I'm gonna have to get a Star Wars Unlimited overlay so I can adjust the life totals of bases way better. Or maybe put in what everyone's playing. Han, or Luke rather, Luke Green, Scarif. And I can't remember. I can't remember what base Ben is playing. I know he had to borrow it from somebody. Because he had just put this deck together. This is not the deck that he was playing at the previous Store Showdown. We do have Star Wars singles. Most of our singles are from Jump to Lightspeed and or Twilight of the Republic. We do have some from Shadow of the Empire and Spark the Rebellion. Not that many. More Shadows than Spark, but we do have some. We will be cracking product for the next set. We are fully intending to support the SWU community. For they are an amazing bunch of people. And really, all you need to do for us to support you is just show up. Show up, play games. If you show up and play your games here, we will support you. The Flesh and Blood community shows up, plays games. We are supporting them. SWU community, same thing. Show up, play games. We will support. Pokemon community, we wish we could support. But it's so hard to support the Pokemon community when you cannot buy product. So if you are listening in front of the Pokemon community, maybe let us know how best we can support you, because not entirely sure. I think they're both playing Scarif for bases. Oh, yeah, both playing Data Vault, actually, which is on Scarif. All right, here we go. Alliance X-Wing in play. Ben doing some daring raid on it, dealing 2 damage to it, and then the indirect from Boba Fett. Both players drawing. resourcing. And for 3, Ben is going to resupply. Bruce pulls out Cassian, Andor. What a lad. And then Ben claiming the initiative. And Bruce passing. Both players drawing 2, resourcing 1. As you do in this game, you're never short on resources. You're never short on cards in hand. The standard, that's magic, baby, doesn't work here because you never get mana screwed. You always have mana. And or resources, as you do here. There is a grenade strike destroying that. Destroying that X-Wing, and then 1 indirect from Boba. Cassian Andor doing 3 to base. Ben at 5 damage. Bruce at 2. And then Ben playing out a droid missile platform. Bruce goes ahead and plays out a Resistance Blue Squadron, doing 1 damage to the droid base, the droid missile platform. Boba Fett flipping onto the droid missile platform, destroying that resistance guy, and the Fang Fighter coming out, getting rid of Boba Fett. Bruce always seems to have a Fang Fighter, waiting for Boba Fett to come out. It's pretty good tech. Ben goes in and plays out a planetary bombardment, dealing 8 indirect damage. And then here is Skywalker. Skywalker as a pilot, but not the leader. 3 indirect damage now being assigned. Ben plays out, or attacks in with the droid missile platform. Luke Skywalker says, if this upgrade would be defeated, you may play it you may move it instead to the ground area as a unit and exhaust it. So that's why Luke, being played as a pilot, was just switched over to the guy to the ground. Darth Maul coming out for 7. That's all the resources. Destroying Cassian Andor. 5 damage being assigned to base from the overwhelm. And 3 damage. Currently sitting on Maul. Might be... Ooh. 3 damage to Maul. 3 damage to base. Ben goes ahead and claims initiative. And Bruce, for his last action, plays out Cassian Andor. Meant to flip Skywalker, did not flip Skywalker. Skywalker flips on 6. Bruce just realizing that now as he plays down his 7th resource. There it is, Devastator. 9/6. When played, deal 4 damage. Indirect damage? Yeah, deal 4 indirect damage. Boba ability allows him to do 5 indirect damage. 4 indirect and 1 from Boba. U-Wing reinforcements coming in. Bruce's folly here may have lost him the game he is proclaiming, which is super unfortunate. It's not what we'd like to hear. But mistakes will be made. There's a gorilla attack pod in play. Coming across 4 base. I didn't hear when Ben claimed, but he did claim. And now Skywalker, leader on the ground. Has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage on ground. Is enough to get it done. But he's facing down that Devastator, which is 9 damage. Ben has to be very careful about what he does here. When it's just a base race, it's very difficult. Devastator. Oh, Devastator is actually, you assign all indirect damage you deal to opponents, which is pretty good. Very hard to read that 8 that it costs, the casting cost of that. Or the resource cost, you know, we're used to doing Magic. That's Fire Spray, dealing out 3 indirect damage. There's 5 to base. And 9 to base. For Bruce, to Bruce. Skywalker piloting the gorilla attack pod. That might be it. That might be it. Ben needs to sneak in 9 more damage here, which I don't think he can do. He needs some. Oh man, that's it. That was whoo. That was very close. Very good games on this first round. Ladies and gentlemen, there's still 19 minutes left in the round here. Bruce is going to take it in 2. We are going to go to the concourse. I'm going to stand up, walk around, make sure our timing is good. Because I don't think the time on the stream is... Oh, yeah, 21 minutes left in the round. So our time on stream is a little bit inaccurate. We're going to drop you guys with the concourse. You see everyone here playing everything. We have the swoop players playing down in the bottom corner there. In the bottom half of the screen, anyway. And everyone else is just kind of wandering around. I'm going to go ahead and throw on some music from Monster Cat, our music provider. Unofficial music provider. I need to pay them more licensing fees than I actually do in order to get it so that they don't come after us. We'll drop in the good vibes, and we'll be back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next round is now up. All right, here we are. We have Richard versus Zach. Oh, I've got to start the timer. All right, round has started now. Timer should be a few seconds out, but that's sometimes how it goes. We have Sabine on the Energy Conservation Lab. And Zach is going to be playing Data Vault Quira. Blue-green villainy versus red-green heroism. Both Richard and Zach talking about Akbar sleeves because they are the meme sleeve. All right, Zach has the initiative currently with that beautiful R2-D2. As the initiative token. Zach, of course, playing Data Vault, Quira, and Energy Conservation Lab, and Sabine. One damage being done to each base with that Sabine. Her epic action is deal 1 damage to each base. There is a Harloon Enforcer and a A-Wing going to play. And now Zach claiming initiative, resourcing 1. Richard now deciding what to resource here. See what he's got in hand. Can't make it out that well. Not used to these, the cards, being able to see them at a glance. Granted, not used to the cards being able to see them at a glance in Magic either, but hey, we're learning. All right, Richard has decided. Zach, for 3, is ramping. Currently sitting on 4. There is a Sabine's Masterpiece being played out for Richard. And 4 here. We have 4 here. And 1 more to each. Both sitting at 5 damage. Richard choosing his resource card very quickly. Zach choosing his now. Sitting at 5 resources to Richard's 4 due to that ramping action. Harloon Enforcers, 2 damage on it. Giving it an extra 2-0 rather, for the damage. I need to pop this Discord into streamer mode. Stop getting pop-ups. Holy man. Alright, Zach has commandeered Sabine's Masterpiece. And Richard chucking the A-Wing into it. Clearing it. Space side is clear. 3 damage. Coming across to Richard's base from the Harloon Enforcers. Harloon Enforcers. Sabine flipping out onto the ground side, as you do. Still 2-5 on attack, deal 1 damage to each base. each enemy base now. So very good for Twin Suns, I think. But also, very good here. Energy Conservation Lab has an epic action. Play a unit that costs 6 or less from your hand. Give it ambush this phase. But only has 25 life points or damage points or hit points as you would. Ooh, the Dark Saber being equipped to Sabine, giving it +4/+3. Now sitting at 8. And Cura is just gonna slap straight into her. And 7 to base. That goes ahead and claims. Medical ceremony? Is that what that was? Giving Sabine 1/1, +1/+1. And Zach's going ahead and pass. Richard goes ahead and pass Zach with the initiative. Richard choosing his resource card very quickly. Zach still deciding here. There it is. Readying his troops. Zach choosing his first play carefully here. Going to use Cura's action to do 2 damage to the Halobon Enforcer. And giving it a shield token. That's what the blue is, the shield token. Energy Conservation Lab being used its epic action to cast out Poe Dameron. And the Haloon. Poe attacking straight into that, the Haloon guy. There is a perimeter ATRT being played out with Sentinel. So Richard goes ahead and takes the initiative. Zach passing. Both players drawing up. Resourcing 1. Does it look like Richard resourced anything on this turn? He's currently at 6. Zach is at 6 as well. Neither player is resourcing. There's a wrecker. When played, you may defeat a friendly resource if you deal 5 damage to a ground unit. Pretty good, pretty good. So Richard down to 5 resources now. But so just some straight removal right there. For 4, playing out Vigilance. Doing 5 damage to base. Or no, not 5 damage to base. He does, he defeated Sabine. And I'm not entirely sure what else he did there. That claiming initiative. Richard passing, both players drawing up. And then, time to resource. Richard with 3 cards in hand currently. Darth Vader coming out on the field. He's a big boy with ambush. When played, search top 10 cards of your deck for any number of villainy units with combined cost 3 or less and play each of them for free. There's one of the Haloon Enforcers, and doesn't look like... Oh, and a Inferno 4. When played, look at the top two cards of your deck. Put any number of them onto the bottom of your deck and the rest on top in any order. Vader attacking in, destroying that one unit there, and the Wrecker coming and doing 7 to base. Zach currently at 20 damage to 9. That goes ahead and claims. Green Squadron A-Wing plus a Chewie. That A-Wing's going to be very menacing. I mean, the Havoc is currently, or the Wrecker currently menacing as well. 7-6 for 6 with Overwhelm seems pretty good. Richard now resourcing after the claim pass. And unexhausting his units. Zach still deciding what to resource here. Don't think he resourced anything. He might have. Zach doing some quick math in his head, seeing if he can get through. Only needs to do 25 damage to the Energy Conservation Lab for it to be destroyed. Plays out No Glory, destroying the A-Wing. Chewie going to the bin. And 7 to base from the Wrecker. Currently sitting at 28. Only 5 more damage he needs to get through. Wrecker going to the bin from the Power of the Dark Side. And 1 to each base. 29 to 11. Richard still has all of his resources untapped or unexhausted. There's another 4 to base. Chewbacca coming out on the ground. Zach's going to go ahead and claim. Richard is going to pass here. Zach needs to get rid of that Chewbacca. He's probably just going to throw Darth Vader into it. Oh, we can't. Darth Vader. Vader's only doing 5. He needs to get 1 more damage in there. Zach choosing 1 to resource. Richard is ready. Zach is ready. Let's see what happens here. Something big coming out here. I look like 7. Yep, another Darth Vader coming into play. Oh, searching, finding a Phase 3 Dark Trooper with Sentinel. And throwing Vader straight into Chewbacca immediately. Fleet Lieutenant coming into play. Chewie chumping into the Sentinel unit. Huge draw from Zach. Unbelievably lucky. Zach still needing to do 10 damage to base, whereas only has 4 damage left to go on his on the Data Vault. And he's going to claim. $30 to 16 now. 3 more damage needs to get through. Zach claiming initiative. And Richard has completed resourcing. Zach completed resourcing. Zach very much on the defensive right now. Overwhelming Barrage. There it is. Give friendly units +2/+2 for this phase, then deal damage equal to the power divided as you choose among the number of other units. Clearing the board. This puts Zach in a much better board state. Feeling all right about this. There is K2SO. Zach definitely needs to get in there and do as much damage to base as he can right now. Oh, that's it. That's it. Richard's gonna throw it in. He knows he doesn't have it. Such lucky top decks from Zach on this at this point. Such lucky top decks. We'll put everyone back down to 0. I'm going to quickly go to the washroom, and we'll be right back while the sideboard is happening. All right, looks like sideboarding is now complete. Drawing our initial hand of 6. Both players not choosing their resources very carefully this time. A wing for Richard. Oh, Zach's going to go ahead and claim. And there's 1 damage to each base from Sabine. Now back into resource phase. Both players now ready. Resourcing 3 on the board. Zach for 3. Used to do a little banning there, but that looks like it was a 6 to base. They get 7 total with the Sabine. Neangela with the 3 months. Let's go, sir. Thank you so much for subscribing. That's very nice, sir. All right, Richard has completed resourcing. Looks like Zach has completed resourcing as well. Yora dropping into play. And 6 damage from that A-Wing, piloted by Chewbacca, the one and only. Everyone's favorite Wookiee. And there's the overwhelming barrage, destroying, clearing the board. Jam for 4. When played, if your opponent controls more resources than you, you may put the top card of your deck into play as a resource. So no ramping whatsoever, and Kiora just jumping straight into it. One to bases. Zach going ahead and claiming. Kiora going back to the graveyard, or back to the command zone. Command zone, is that what it is? The base zone? What zone is that? Zach claiming and Richard passing with Sabine coming out. 18-3 currently. Missing that phase 1 play. Or turn 1 play. Not ideal for Zach. We know Richard comes in fast and hard. Power of the Dark Side, getting rid of Sabine. Going back to the base zone, and Sabine's Masterpiece hitting the field. The Client coming in for Zach, and Wing Leader hitting the field for Richard. 2 experience tokens on Sabine's Masterpiece. That is currently a 5-5. Zach going ahead and claiming, and Richard just passing right away. Both players drawing up and choosing what to resource here. Zach currently sitting on 6, I believe. 7 now. And readying his units, indicating that he is ready to begin the next round. Richard readying as well. Oh, I see Richard's other resources were hidden behind his nameplate. We'll see what Zach can do here. It's looking a little bit grim. He knows it's looking grim. Can't really see what he has in his hands. Neangela, hope you're doing well today. Enjoying your much-deserved time off. About to have some lunch? Excellent. Yeah, Zach really thinking about his opening play here. Traitorous Pilot coming into play. I'm not entirely sure what that card was, but just jumps in Sabine's Masterpiece and steals it. Oh, Richard's going to use his epic action on the base to throw down the Wrecker. Doing damage with its Withblade ability to get rid of the shield on the guy and then jumping right into it, destroying it. Doing 2 damage back. Currently sitting on 4 life left. Those Sabine's Masterpiece is on attack. If you have a... I can't really read that. We're gonna look it up. Alright, Sabine's Masterpiece. If you control a blue unit, heal 2 damage from your base. If you control a green unit, give an experience token to a unit. Red, deal 1 damage to a unit or base. And yellow, exhaust or ready a resource. Looks like Zach went ahead and claimed here. And Sabine... Richard using Sabine's ability to do 1 damage to each base. With the wing leader doing extra damage in there as well. We're currently sitting at 23-4. Maul goes ahead and chumps into the Mauler. An extra 2 to base coming in. And then Sabine's Sabine's Masterpiece destroying the X-Wing. Force a cause I believe in. Revealing some stuff. Reveal the top 4 cards you deck for each hero within the card revealed this way. Deal 1 damage to an enemy base. 29 now. K2SO on field for Richard. Zach only has 4 damage left to go. Or his loss. Definitely needs to have the initiative to get rid of oh, he has the removal. Take control of a non-leader unit, then defeat it. No glory, only results. That was part of K2SO's ability. When defeated, discard 1 card at random. Richard's looking at his resources to see what he's got in there, to see what he can draw off the top, see what he can discard here. Ooh. 1 to base again. 5 to 30. 3 more damage left to go for Zach. A whole 20 more damage left to go for Richard. And there is a perimeter ATRT. 3/5 with Sentinel. Oh, Cassian Andor for 3 can be played, or 2 can be played as Smuggle. As a resource, he can come out. He smuggles in as a resource. Interesting. And then, bunch of damage coming across to Richard's base. 14 to 30, and Richard, of course, takes the initiative. He's got no resource. Cassian is going to be able to chump into this Sentinel. Very, very good play by Zach to put that Sentinel out. Giving him a little ground protection. Cassian is not going to be able to get through unless Richard has some kind of removal. I don't believe he remembered to use Sabine's ability last round, which is very unfortunate. Oh, timely intervention for 2. Smuggling it out, bringing back a wrecker. That's it. That's it. Sabine's oh wait, no, he's only at 30 right now. I thought he was at more than that. I didn't count the pips right. Cassian's still going to be able to get through to do 3 damage unless Zach can do something here. He's healing 3 from base, destroying the one guy. Using Power of the Dark Side to destroy Cassian. And 2 to base happening here. Or 1 to base. Be at 29 here. Victor! He missed the damage on the wrecker. He chose not to use it for some reason. He said he would not defeat a unit. And he just threw the wrecker into the ATST. Is what I think I heard him say. Yes. Oh, he did use Sabine's masterpiece to get damage into base. So we're it's a very close game. It's very close. Richard does have the initiative, which means he might be able to get rid of Sabine's masterpiece. Unfortunate. Wasn't aware. He was looking for the Darksaber, unable to pull the Darksaber. So Zach was going to be able to get in that 5 extra damage to base. Zach's going to take it in 2. Very close. Very close games. Victor, hope you're doing well today. We have 23 minutes left in the round. I believe there is still 1 game going on. We're going to go ahead and transition over to the concourse so you can see what is happening in the store. We have some games happening, some people happening. I can stand up and see what round everybody or what game people are on out there. See how much time we got left. 22 minutes left. We'll go ahead and chat with some people. All right, I was mistaken. We're on game 3 right now. I thought Richard had not been able to get through. But it looks like he was able to get through. So we are tied at 1 apiece right now. How easy would it be to transition a match like this? Just against a few guys at my LGS talking about highly during FNM. Extremely easy. Especially if you have played Hearthstone. if you've played Hearthstone, you kind of know some of the mechanics about what's going on, but yeah, it's super easy to transition. I highly endorse this game. It's a lot of fun. It's very quick, very fast-paced. Can be anyway. We've just started supporting it in the store. We gotta adjust the game count here. We're on game 3. I have you don't even have to be a Star Wars fan to like this game. The mechanics are that good. That yeah, you don't have to like Star Wars to like this game at all. If you like Star Wars, huge bonus. Lots of flavor, lots of fun stuff. You prefer the problem of needing lands in a deck? Well, this game doesn't have that problem. Because you're always, when you start the game, you start with 2 resources on the board. You draw 6 and you resource 2. You don't have to worry about having enough mana to do the things. Because you always draw 2 and resource 1 card during your turn. It's all about having the answers to your opponent's moves. Because you play sequentially. You both draw, you both resource, and then you each take turns doing actions. Which makes every action feels like every action counts more than, just playing out spells. Because you definitely gotta be cognizant of what your opponent is gonna do at any time. Yeah, exactly. It's like Lorcana. You turn cards into resources, but it doesn't matter what card. It doesn't have to have that, that golden seal around the resource. Let me just fix the damage here. I'm too busy chatting. Jason, it's extremely good. If you have someone in your LGS that wants to teach you, by all means, you should do that. Get in there, learn how to play the game. It's incredibly good. Green Squadron A-Wing and a Sabrine's Masterpiece on field for Richard, plus K2SO. We're going to go to draw and resource phase here. Looks like Zach still holding on to the initiative. It's kind of commanderish because you do have a commander, but you also have a base, which dictates how many hit points you have. So Richard is playing, normally you have 30, but Richard is playing Energy Conservation Lab, which only has 25 life points, but it also has an action that it can do, which you can put a card from 6 or less from your hand and give it Ambush, which means it has haste. They could have just been passing through. Unfortunate. Where are you located, Jason? Where's your LGS? We are located in beautiful Kamloops, BC, Canada. Three to base coming across from K2SO. Because he was defeated, doing 3 damage to a target or base. Belmore, New York. Oh, you're on the opposite side of the country. Continent. And country, yes. For 5, 10, 14 damage. Totally different country and across the country. Yes. Completely different time zone. It is true. Got Canucks fan? When I watch hockey and cheer for the Canucks, it's what I do. But of course, now I have to cheer for the Oilers. Because a true Canadian isn't picky. Once their team's out, you cheer for the only other Canadian team left. All right, Sabine's Masterpiece on board with 1 damage so far. And U-Wing Reinforcements drawing off the top 10 cards. Let's see what he pulls. Ten is a lot of cards to pull off the top to do some searching. Definitely thinking about it. Your poor Islanders. You also cheer for the Oilers? You don't like Florida teams? We're all right with that, Jason. Phoenix Squad A-Wing coming in the field, as well as the Battlefield Marine and a Fleet Lieutenant. And some damage coming across. 20-2. I guess this is a store showdown, not a store championship. I'm used to Magic. Jason, if you do enjoy Magic, we also stream Magic: The Gathering. When I'm not forced to play. Thursday night we do Modern. Friday we do Standard. If you're into watching more card games being played, it's not a bad place to do that. Rebel Assault. 8 to base. Big swings, big swings. Richard's going to go ahead and check his resource pile. He does have stuff with Smuggle, and Smuggle allows him to play resources out of his resource pile and put them onto the field. Just clicked here because the SCG in Indy is top 8. So boring because top 8 takes forever. And you're really interested. Excellent. I'm glad. We also have the SCG being played in the store right now. It's on the TVs. We currently have some gelatinous cube going on as well, along with several commander pods. You subscribe so you don't miss it. Excellent. We appreciate that, Jason. Four to base from Sabine's masterpiece. He finished 23rd. Not bad. Not bad. Our 11-4. 11-4. Not bad at all. We tend to send crews down to RCs. Our standard team just came back from Montreal. Nobody, I think one person made it to day 2. Most everyone was day 1. That was for standard. Oh, there's Vader. Yes. Yes, we are on Twitch. Oh, Zach's going to go ahead and scoop here. Super unfortunate, but did not pull the things he needed to pull off the top with the Vader. Montreal Canadian fans are incredible. They are a rabid bunch. Oh, looks like same username. It's Game Hub Store. While you just reminded me to put ads on so that we can get the pre-rolls disabled. Thank you for that. Bonnie, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Jason, thank you for the follow. JS2062, let's go. We're going to go to the concourse shot. I feel like I need some more liquids today. Perhaps another caffeinated beverage of choice. Welcome back in, Jason. Makes it easier to... Oh, yes. Very good. Very good. JS initials 2062. Phone number. Beautiful. We like that. Currently, 7 minutes, 40 seconds left in the round. I'm going to go ahead and make sure everyone is done out there. It looks like the bottom table is still playing. We're going to go ahead and check it out. right. Next round is here. We're going to go ahead and switch back over to the head table once I get the names changed up and the round timer changed up. Four hours to Vancouver, 9 hours to Edmonton. The map looks like you guys are in the middle of nowhere. Kind of, yes. Loki, never heard of Kamloops, BC. We are a very small town in the middle of British Columbia. And you're currently planning a trip if the NHL and NL schedules want to see a nice Vancouver Warriors versus Ottawa Black Bears. New York Riptide fan, I think I'm up to Ottawa. Flames and the Oilers versus the Islanders. Krakens versus the Islanders. Interesting, interesting. 4 hours to Vancouver, 9 hours to Edmonton. Yeah, we're very sparsely populated. Bruce choosing to keep the 4 cards in his hand. Okay, yeah, it looks like we're going to cut the top 4 here. Poe on the ground and an X-Wing in the air. Poe and an X-Wing. 4-5. Three coming into base. All right, Sabine is on field with 2 experience tokens, plus another +1/+1. And 1 damage being healed. Sundari Peacekeeper. But 2 and 5, power and toughness. Essentially, power and toughness. Damage does not fall off like it does in Magic, so the more damage, you just keep doing damage on. And of course, resource cost in the top left. Damage is coming in fast and heavy. Bruce is going to go ahead and claim the initiative, and Poe Dameron being played out on Richard's side. A 6/6 for 5. Oh, that's their base totals. So you count up in this game. Skywalker flipping onto the Blue Squadron. A-Wing. Poe coming across doing 6 to base, discarding 2 cards to do 2 more to base. You came back right in the 3-minute mark on how to play video I was watching. Sabine closing the game out very quick. Very quick. I do most of the commentary. Not necessarily all of it. Whenever there's an ultra serious event, so we will be hosting, doing all the casting and streaming for Chiller Pillar, which is Callus's biggest charity Magic the Gathering tournament. And when that happens, there's usually somebody else who knows a little bit more about Magic than I do. To do the hosting, because like, yeah. some of the combos, especially, you know, you go into a legacy event where I'm like, I have no idea what these cards do. You love legacy and modern weird combos. Yes. There's the link to the website for the Chiller Pillar Open, August 8th to 10th at Thompson Rivers University. Bruce, gonna go ahead and take the play here. Storm Peel, weird combos, Neo brand. I have just the man for you to talk to. He's not here right now. He's one of our ex-employees. Definitely loves all that stuff as well. Every time he's up on the head table, I'm like, what are you guys doing? I don't even understand what is happening in this in this game right now. Richard's gonna go ahead and mulligan the game 2. And I am gonna open a bag of chips because I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. It's one of those microphones you see all the podcasters using. The Shure SMB 78. SM78 78B. What is it? It's something. You know, all the podcasters use it. It's a microphone. It does the dingus end. You're also a TV major, so you know a lot about production. Excellent. SM7Bs? Yeah, SM7Bs. I got 2 of them. So I also have a podcast. A much more promising start for Bruce this round. Phoenix A-Wing, Skywalker on the pilot. Red 5 coming to play as well for Bruce. Red 5 going to the bin. Phoenix Squadron A-Ring getting in there, doing its work. And Bruce going to go ahead and claim the initiative. Sabine. Sabine, bring across 1 damage. Trying to buy a Canon XF04 4K. I'm going to go ahead and look that up. Oh, God. I did not type that in right. XF04 4K. Oh, that is a monster, dude. The XF400 4K? Hang on, we'll be right back. I have someone in the office. We're having some minor issues. You got every number wrong. XF605. All right, so I didn't commentate any of that, but it looks like Richard won. It looks like Richard won. Somehow, our Final Fantasy 6:30 p.m. pre-release sign-up sheet is accepting people, and it's already maxed out. We're already at capacity. Like, we can't get any more people in the store, and the sign-up sheet just keeps letting people sign up. I've removed the sign-up link from the website, but suddenly we have 35 people, and I'm like, we can only hold 32 max, and it's like, oh, now we're at 35. I can't, God. See, the problem is Final Fantasy. Everyone wants to play Final Fantasy. Everyone's in for Final Fantasy, and now we're at 35 people. Oh my God. Everything is going horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. Midnight is fine. Midnight is maxed out. We got 32 people, but now we got 35 for 6:30. And Sunday, we still only have 25. Lots of room at 25. Lots of room for the Sunday beginner pre-release for Final Fantasy. Make sure if you are coming up and you want to play some Final Fantasy, and that is the only spot that has room, is the Sunday pre-release. Cheekily, we might have a Saturday. We might be getting more product in, which will give us more kits. So hopefully we can get more people in for Saturday. An impromptu Saturday pre-release. Don't forget, we will be firing draft from noon on Friday. Every time we get 8 people, we're going to fire a draft. There's going to be so many events happening next weekend. It's going to be unreal. Jason, what do you feel? How you feeling about Final Fantasy? What's your thoughts? You're boycotting every Universes Beyond set. Way too expensive. I am all for leaving Magic Universe only. You know, preferred IPs not owned by Wizards and Magic and mechanically unique cards. I'm fine for reskins, but I don't like mechanically unique. Interesting. I am probably the opposite, but I mean, I also own a store. I also own a card shop, so and I like having the Universes Beyond stuff in because it brings in people who would not normally it's bringing in people who are not normally Magic players. It introduces people to the game because they're like, oh, I actually like this IP. Maybe I'll give Magic a try. And for me, that's great because I own the store. It's more customers and stuff like that. But I definitely understand where you're coming from, where all the Universes Beyond set is kind of like, why you putting SpongeBob on my Magic? But it's unreal because some of the old when I was looking at that, I was like, okay, yeah, SpongeBob and Magic. Oh, we're on game 3 now. I'm not entirely. It looks like it's one each. Bom, bom. Amazing. Some people where I'm like, you're not gonna like SpongeBob in your Magic, and then they're like, oh, Magic Secret Lair, SpongeBob, I'm in. Give me that. All reprints and reskins, yes. Oh, yes. No, yeah, I understand what you're saying. No mechanically unique stuff. Well, what'd you think about Aether Drift then? There's definitely some unique Magic stuff, and that was supposed to be in universe, but all right, game 3. Bruce has resourced. We actually had the opposite reaction here for Aether Drift. Nobody liked to draft it for whatever reason. They found that green was just so overpowered that that nobody wanted to draft it. We just actually, I think we have 3 boxes of Outlaws in right now. Green was grossly overpowered. Yeah, we brought in 3 boxes of Outlaws. Unfortunately, as soon as we're done, the 1 box on the shelf, the next boxes are tariffed. Want to send one to your LGS? It would be so expensive because not only would you be paying our tariffed price, but then the tariffs on top of those. I don't know. I would imagine because our counter tariffs were tariffs from Trump's tariffs, so I would imagine you would be paying tariffs on top of our tariffs, so it'd be tariff. Dude, it's so dumb. Right? How many booster boxes of JTL do we have? I think we have 3 currently. Actually, back down to 2. I do have pre-release kits as well, still in stock. Poe Dameron making the X-Wing and attaching to the Green Squadron A-Wing because it has Raid 2. Ooh, sick. 5 to base coming in. Sabine coming in. Sabine flips on 4. Oh, the Dark Saber on Sabine. Bruce is going to go ahead and claim the initiative. Bruce currently at 14 damage. Richard's fresh off the planetary qualifier down in Vancouver. You thought Mandalorians weren't canon to Star Wars? They are canon. Everything is now canon. Except for everything that is old. Everything new, canon. Yes, all the TV shows are. What do I consider old? I've been alive since Star Wars has been a thing. So like right at the start of Star Wars. I am much older than just about everybody. I'm an old man doing old man things, and that includes casting Star Wars. I don't think that's accurate, Kev, but Richard goes ahead and claims the initiative. 2 more damage coming across at 15 to 23. Bruce is really going to need to deal with that Sabine. He needs to draw something here to deal with that Sabine. Ready up that Skywalker there, Bruce. Ready him up. And that's the damage coming in from Sabine. Nothing he can do about it. That's going to be 2-1 for Richard. This is going to be the last round. Then we're going to do a top 4 cut. It just makes more sense to do a top 4 cut. We have the One Piece Fist of Divine Speed pre-release event happening at 7 o'clock today. I don't think I'm going to be streaming it. You've recently gotten the most strange combo interests: Magic, Legend of Zelda speedruns, Formula 1, IndyCar, hockey, box lacrosse? And what is box lacrosse? Oh, that's like in an arena, indoor lacrosse and field lacrosse. Such a weird, I mean, seems pretty normal to me. Seems pretty normal to me, my friend. Vancouver Warriors and the NLL. That would be the Kamloops Rattlers is our box lacrosse team here. No, they're definitely small time local. I am literally too old to play Yu-Gi-Oh! The text on the cards is so small and at such novel length that it's impossible to read. Yes, it definitely does. I think it's called Carablast or Carabast. Yes, it's called Carabast. Carabast.net. I will link it for you in the stream here. You are most welcome. You could just spectate people's games on this? That's cool as frig. Okay, that's awesome that you can just spectate other people's games. That's cool. I have not played MTGO. I've only played Arena. I know there are a lot of people that do play MTGO. My local friends, make sure you vote for us for the best of Kamloops. Vote for us for best toy and hobby shop. Vote for us for best place to take a date. And definitely vote for us for kids attraction. On the 14th, we will be doing Disney trivia. Make sure you call ahead and sign up. It's going to be $5 a head for anyone over 13 and 12 and under. Will get in for free. There will be Disney promo cards we will be giving away as well. Go ahead and make a post in the Discord here. The new Warhammer pre-orders are coming out. Chaos Knights. Data sheets. Do I watch the Savannah Bananas or Banana Ball in general? I have no idea what that is. MTG over Arena for its economy? You think it's better because you can trade cards to play different decks, but yeah, 90% spaghetti code. A lot of bugs with the code that haven't been fixed in 13 years. Because the OG programmers didn't know what they were doing. They had a Disney-themed game at Angel Stadium. Interesting. Interesting. All right, I'm going to stand up, walk around, so I'm not just stuck in the store in this chair all day. Old man's got to move his joints, you know what I mean? All right. We are on the quarterfinals. Hi, Funko. We have Danon versus Bruce. You can see down there in the bottom of the screen. And then we're going to transition over to Richard versus Ben at head table. Sabine, Energy Conservation Lab versus Boba Fett, Data Vault. Yeah, choose to attack anything, not just the base. That is the point, but if you let the board state get out of hand on the other side, you can quickly find yourself becoming overwhelmed. Very quickly. Just blindly going after base all the time not always works out for you. I will do so. Yeah, Ben's trying to play things that are not quite, not quite the meta, right? He's trying to get in there and play something a little bit more janky. This is top 4. We only had 8 players, so we only did a top 4 cut. Everyone was top 8. So I need to actually change that to semifinals. Good call. Good call. We are in a very small town in the middle of BC. So we are trying to grow the community as much as we can. And it is a fantastic game. So it's actually been not too bad to grow. Only 4 sets in, so people aren't feeling like they're missing out on things. Oh, you're from Victoria. Trying to get some recon on the players you might see at the PQ. Richard, definitely going to see Richard at the PQ. I would love to host a PQ here. Sabine, regular Sabine, non-leader Sabine, and there's Ben. He's going to go ahead and claim immediately. Also, Sabine player and Akbar sleeve enjoyer, so I'm sure we'll get along. Yeah, PQ is like an RC. It's a planetary qualifier, so it's like an RCQ. There's planetary qualifiers, sector qualifiers, and then galactic something. Yeah, definitely like an RCQ. Ooh, Ben goes ahead and plays a resupply out. Sabine coming in for 2. Yeah, they're definitely Star Wars themed names. Where is Ben keeping track of his life? Oh, it's on his phone right there. Okay, 5. If you enjoy Star Wars, you will love this game just because the flavor is so good. And if you don't really care for Star Wars, you will still love this game because the mechanics and how everything works is really good. Ooh, Darksaber on Sabine, swinging in. Huge hit. Value of the XP tokens? Yes, it's so good. I'm not super versed in the game. I've just started learning it myself. And trying to get way more people interested in it. Oh, there's another Sabine. Sabine Wren and Sabine Wren. How is it even possible? Couple of damage being spread around from that card. Another 7 to base. Fet's fire spray, 200 damage coming in. Ben goes ahead and claims, and Richard is going to go ahead and pass here. Versus look at the Jedi Knight, for example. Exactly. Your LGS doesn't support. That's unfortunate. Long Island is big magic and Pokemon pool. We're trying to grow Pokemon here as well. Nope. Ben's at 7 to 24. Rebel Assault being played out now. And that is going to be game. Game 1 going to Richard. Oh, I got my win pips up still. I'm trying to write an email here because we're missing one of the top 4 cards for top 4. right. Where did the Twitch chat go? There it is. Party Parrot shuffling time. Try the online verse, see if you like. Maybe interest a few of your friends into Magic. Yes. It, does your LGS even carry the product? It's unfortunate. All right, both players have resource. Both players playing Akbar sleeves. Oh, there's Allegiance General Priad. Ben just bought that off us this morning to put in the deck. There's the Data Vault Boba Fett. And Energy Conservation Lab Sabine. Oh, did Ben heal one from base? No, still on base. Still on base. That's what Amazon is great at. I don't know if you can you even sell this on Amazon? Oh, yeah, it's a little bit difficult to read as well with the resolution, so you might not have been able to read them anyway. But yeah, Sabine Wren and Energy Conservation Lab versus Boba Fett Data Vault. You can buy it on Amazon? At least Amazon US. There's a lot of, with our distributors, there's a lot of people, or a lot of items that you can't put on Amazon. Or it's like illegal. Better start for Boba. Definitely better start for Boba. So Darius big for this matchup. Sabine's Master Beam getting XP off the green unit on the board. Yep. Ben going ahead and claiming the initiative again. He's at 9 damage currently. If you enjoy it on Carablast, you'll bring it up to the LGS owner, see if anyone else would be interested. I mean, you will enjoy it. If you are a Magic enjoyer, you will enjoy this game as well. It's completely different from Magic. It plays way differently, but it's still an extremely good game. For 2, the Force Choke. Force Choke. There it is. K2SO. However, played Arcs. I haven't played Arcs. We do sell Arcs in store, and I've seen a lot of people play Arcs, but I have not played it myself. Space Theme board game that's really fun. Oh yeah, I've seen it. I saw the one of the there's a couple guys in here who kickstart so many games, and so they brought in their Kickstarter edition of it, and I was like, oh man, this looks crazy. I have no idea what's happening right here. Sabine coming across, another 4 coming across with Sabine's Masterpiece. And Richard's going to go ahead and claim the initiative on this one. Then goes ahead and passes after that. 3 extra damage comes over to the base from... I can't see his discard pile now. Boba Fett is on field. I couldn't actually find a Star Wars Unlimited game. Unless I'm not typing it in right. I mean, it is relatively new. Oh, I've missed some damage. We got Ben at 28. Well, I mean, every game has a category, but not every card game has a category. There's a Devastator out on the field. Doesn't look like Ben has the initiative, which is going to make things not go his way. I think Ben knows he's cooked here. Only 5 damage needs to come across. And he's got that wrecker out there. Ben has called that he has misplayed. It's unfortunate. That's going to be it. Richard's going to take it in 2. Which is unfortunate. That one little misplay cost him the game there. It's very quick. We're going to transition over to the concourse here while I deal with some things. I'm trying to figure out, we've still got 59 minutes left, lots of time, and trying to figure out why I'm missing. Richard's deck is just quick as frig. There have been other quick games, but yeah, Richard's is so fast. And I mean, the game tends to play very fast if you don't delay. If you just go, it can go very quickly. Not a lot of, stack interactions, not a lot of plan cards on your opponent's turn, because, you play sequentially. So games can go really fast where it's just like action, 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 your turn, their turn, your turn, their turn, your turn, their turn. And it can spiral quickly out of control. All right, we're going to be right back. Hopefully my supplier gets back to me on why I'm missing one of the top 4 cards. So, I open up my deck, my things. I'm missing one of the top 4 cards, and I have 4 extra top 8 cards. Which doesn't make any sense to me. No sense whatsoever. So hopefully my supplier can fix it. If not, well, I don't know. We'll be back shortly. Gruul Brood Scale versus Esper Reanimator. I didn't look at it on the screen while it was there. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The finals are about to get underway. We are resetting the timer. We're going to transition over. We have a very surprising matchup. We have Danon going all the way to the end. And the funny thing is, Danon came in, in the winter into the shop, and I stuck him in. He just wanted to play board games, and I put him into a board game group, and I was like, "There you go, play with these people." And then he came in next week, and I was like, "Play with these people." And he came in the week after, and Ben was here, and Ben introduced him to Star Wars Unlimited, and he's been hooked ever since. And here he is at the finals. Normally he is near the bottom. He's playing droid manufacturer Captain Rex. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup. Lots of tokens, yes. Richard has said Richard is giving up his top 4 card. He has enough, he says. What a gentleman. I like the bases in the middle, and then I like how the phone just kind of sits right on top to do the life really easily. Oh, Richard said he's going to practice with dice. It's like they were listening to you. All right, finals underway. Clone troopers, all the clone troopers. All right, now let's see if I can scroll up in the conversation to find out where you put the actual camera you were wanting to get. The XF604 UHD. Oh, it's the XF60. Did I say 604? Oh, 605. 605 HD. Yep. That was Kat interrupting me about just wanting to know about OP11, which is One Piece. And we are doing a One Piece pre-release event after, or around 7 o'clock tonight. I probably won't stream it. Maybe I will. There's going to be some pretty crazy Northern Lights, and my wife would like to go out and see those Northern Lights. Where are we sitting? Oh, Danon's at 2. Richard's at 3. We have Skywalker on board with the Palace Trooper. Sundari Palace Trooper. We on turn 5 already? Holy. Captain Rex out with a clone trooper and 2 battle droids. Captain Rex about to do some work here. Roger, roger. There is Shakti. And bases taking 1 damage. You must say Roger, Roger. I mean, I probably would. I'm sure Danon does at some point, but I mean, this is the finals. He's probably on nerves right now. Sabine coming over. Is there a Darksaber in hand? That's the question. Captain Rex going to do 2 to base here. I don't believe there is a Darksaber in hand. But Luke's coming. The Sandari. Doing damage to the clone trooper guy thing. Clone deserter. Danon takes the initiative. Oh, there's the Darksaber. It's there. Rex getting targeted, taken out, back to the command area, zone, whatever it is. And the Sandari Peacekeeper getting the experience token. And another play to give Luke and Sabine both an experience token. And passing the turn. Resources are happening. Drawing, resourcing. Oh, I gotta get rid of the wind pips here. Sorry about that. I did see how big it is. That's a fairly big boy. And then I went and immediately looked up the DJI Ronin 4D because I think that is a very cool camera as well. Ooh, 6. Unity of purpose, giving everyone 3/3. Eight to base, coming through. DJ Osmo Pocket 3. It's been on my mind. I used to do a lot of Atrax. I used to do a lot of vlogging, and then I started doing a lot of geocaching exploration videos. And then I opened a store, so I haven't had time for any of that. I can't confirm you do. You don't know what geocaching is? Interesting. So, around the world, there are these little caches that people have set up. And there's a website you can go to, geocaching.com. You can log in there and it'll bring up the map of all these geocaches. You can go out and search for these geocaches, trying to find them. It's like a big treasure hunt. Some of them are small, some of them are large. If you find a normal sized geocache, there will be all these trinkets and stuff in a logbook. Once you find that geocache, you sign that logbook, you take a trinket out, and you leave a trinket of your own. And then, you rehide it, you keep it safe, and you go off and you find your next geocache. Oh, there are. Guaranteed. You load up the geocaching website and be like, oh, there's literally one outside my house. Yeah, it is worldwide. Shakti destroying Sabine? You give me way too much to look after the stream is done. Hey, it's my job to be a facilitator of information in the hopes that you pick up new hobbies and do cool new things. That is game one done. Richard just attacks in with the I mean, the whole part of owning a game store is to get people excited about things you're excited about. Just like Star Wars Unlimited, I am very excited about Star Wars Unlimited. I am excited about standard Magic the Gathering. I am excited about non-meta jank. And I'm also excited about a lot of things. I also like to do a lot of things. But right now, my primary focus is, of course, the game store. The Game Hub in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Kamloops. We are open 7 days a week. Till we close. Usually every day, we're open 11 till close. Whatever time that might be. Say, for instance, it is Monday. We're open until draft is done. Tuesday, we're open until draft is done. Wednesday, we're open until board game day is done. Thursday, we are open until Modern is done. Amazing. It's an amazing time. Make sure if you're in the area, come visit. We like meeting new people. Richard is all the way up from Kelowna to play. Brood scale is up 1-0. Hell yes. Ah, there's the seasoned fleet admiral, man. And Squadron A-Ring. Initiative being taken. 1 to base from Sabine. And passing the turn. So, resource phase. Draw 2, resource 1. R2. It's just R2D2 right there. Look at that. Two damage come through. It's so cute. It's so tiny, too. And speaking of R2D2, right there, R2D2. And initiative being claimed after the Battlefield Marine comes into play. Danon will go ahead and pass on this. What does it do? R2, when played, look at the top card of your deck. You may put it onto the bottom of your deck. It's just scry. Except you don't get to draw. Oh, 6 to base. That's big. It's just scry. We can't call it scry. Two damage to base from Season Fleet Admiral coming across the board. And Sabine getting in that 1 to base. Yep, it's literally just scry. So the entire all the other SWU guys are crowded around the table right now, and somebody else is keeping track of damage for Danon. and Bruce has just piped up. He's like, "Oh, you're at 14 actually," and everyone's just giggling to themselves right now. One damage, scry 1. Putting it on the bottom. Sabine on the field. Makes me think that there is a Darksaber on the way. Two experience tokens being plopped onto the Battlefield Marine. That is a 5/5 Battlefield Marine now. No Darksaber in hand. Wing Leader coming to play, putting 2 +1/+1 experience tokens onto Sabine. Sabine is now slightly larger, and Rex now hitting the field as well. The 1 clone trooper and 2 battle droids. And here is 5 to base. 19 to 7. Not a lot of damage left to go. Only 5 damage left on Danon's base. Captain Rex doing 2 to Sabine and taking 4 damage back. Definitely is going to try and get rid of Sabine. And Sabine taking an extra 5 damage. Going back to the command zone. Definitely scary when Sabine hits the field. No, you never know if a Darksaber's coming or what. Richard goes ahead and claims the initiative. Danon passes. Resourcing phase. Like Danon is done resourcing. There it is. There's the 6 damage across. Richard is going to be the victor in this event. And this doesn't seem close. It was not close whatsoever. A valiant effort. Really good games coming in today. Big congratulations to Richard. Fresh off the PQ. Reignited his passion for playing this game. So there we go. We're going to transition to the concourse. I'm going to give out the promos, say bye to everybody, and then we'll be back to end the stream. Or, I mean, I guess I could just end it now. There's no point in hanging out for any much longer. So we're going to go ahead and say thank you, everyone, for coming out and participating in the stream. Hopefully catch you on Thursday. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. I hope so. but it all depends on how many employees I got working and if I need to play too. Because I will force an employee to play, or I will play to avoid a buy. Nobody gets a buy, especially when it's not as competitive Magic. If we were doing super competitive Magic, for sure, take the buy. But it's not super competitive Magic, and we don't want anyone just hanging out for an hour waiting for other games to finish. So that being said, make sure you hop in there, give us a follow, go to our YouTube page, check some stuff out there. And yeah, hopefully we'll be live on Thursday and then Friday as well. Actually, not Friday because it's Final Fantasy pre-release. We will not be.